bell sounds, and we are back. We got the action. It's the second event here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Arias Romero, yellow trunks, against rugged 270-pounder Pistol Pete. Full Nelson by Pistol Pete into an arm drag, whip down, and Pete stands at the ready with Romero. Got quite a weight disadvantage here with Pistol Pete weighing in at over 270 pounds and Arias Romero coming in about 220. The same thing to Pistol Pete, but this time we go with a top wrist lock armbar. Pete shoulders to the mat. Referee for this event, Bobby Bockwinkel, brother of course, Nick Bockwinkel. Reverse wrist lock. Notice how it's keyed. Notice how the fingers are free. Into the ropes, forcibly by Pistol Pete. Romero stands at the ready, says, watch what you're doing. And in case you just joined us, we had an outstanding first event. Chavo Guerrero going against the Spoiler, and an upset in the Spoiler getting a decision over Chavo Guerrero. I'm sure we have not heard the last of that by any means. I'm sure there'll be a rematch in the works. If I know Chavo Guerrero, he's probably right up in the promoter's office right now. Pistol Pete working on that left arm and wrist of Romero. Kick away. Good move by Romero. Good escape. Have to give Romero a couple of points for that. Coming up, we've got that six-man tag team wrestling match I told you about. There's always plenty of excitement in a six-man tag team bout featuring the Twin Devils, World Tag Team Wrestling Champions, and their partner, Coloso Colosete, the Argentine heavyweight champion, going against Carlos Mata, Mando Guerrero, and Al Madril. That's the new Big M company. It has been formulated by Al Madril to combat the forces of the R&R company, Ramos and Rivera. Meanwhile, whoa, takedown, and this time Romero is getting a little bit smarter, decides he's going to do the same thing. He's going to get in the hair of Pistol Pete, but he didn't. And Pete says, I just told him he did, and see how smart I am. And Romero gets blamed for it. Bob Bockwinkel arguing with Pistol Pete. Top wrist lock. Pete can go into the hair of Romero, and caught by the referee, and boom, Pete goes down and says Romero pulled his hair, and Romero, of course, didn't pull his hair. Romero trying to match a punch with a bigger man. Forced into the ropes, sent across. Here comes Pete. Ooh, tug tackle. That's got to take the man down. Leapfrog by Romero. Good hip toss. And Romero tops him for one, only one. Ooh, nobody there. A wild swing. Side headlock by Arias Romero. He goes running to the center ropes. Comes off that second strand of ropes. Flying tackle. And 1, 2, only 2. Kick to the midsection. Side headlock by Pistol Pete. Romero throws him off into the ropes. Pete shoulder tackling again. Off he comes again. Another leapfrog. And ooh, a solid right that decks the lighter weight Romero. We had some action in this one. Romero down and gets kicked by the big man. Pistol Pete. Elbow stops Romero, sends him outside the ring, right over into the front row. Fans rooting Romero on. They'd like to see this young fellow win. And as I said before, this Romero has pulled some upsets, and even though he's a lighter weight wrestler, Pete running over trying to grab him, not letting him into the ring, and every time he does that, he breaks the referee's count for Romero to get back into the ring. Romero has a 20 count outside. Bockwinkel saying, open your fists. Pete with a little sneak attack, throws the little right jab into the neck. Going to work on the shoulders of Arias Romero from Mexico. There's a little bit of a bump. Side headlock. Balance is very important. If you don't have your balance, you're tossed off. As you can see, Romero trying to use that leverage and balance to work for him, not against him. Question is into the Apache Pistol Pete. I was going to say Apache Mo Ramos, but that's because of his size. He's not. He's part of the company, though. Roll up, held at the trunks. Ooh, open-handed thumb to the throat. Pete using some very unorthodox ring holds. Wants this win. Pete getting jabbed now by Arias Romero, and rakes at the eyes. Knee to the middle. Right to the face. Slapped by Romero. Sets him up for the abdominal stretch. Questions in. What do you say, Pete? What do you say? Pete trying to make an insert. Dumps him. Whoa, both wrestlers tried to kick low that time and hit each other. Now Pete working on those shoulder muscles. Oh, there's a punch that breaks it. Clubbing blows to the back. Romero whips Pete into the ropes. High back body drop. Kick to the head. Romero goes off into the ropes. Boot to the middle. Clubbing blow to the back. Rabbit punch. Arm whip. Pistol Pete. Knee decks him, sends him through the ropes. 10 count on the ring apron for Romero. Romero escapes. Decides discretion's the better part of valor. Now, clubbing blows that kind of decks Pete. Pete now a little bit dazed by those blows. Drapes him over the top rope. Knee lift. Didn't have much effect, it seems. There's that abdominal stretch again. The question is in the Pistol Pete. What do you say? Did he give up? No, and Pete gets rid of him by using the hammer. Now Pete trying to set that abdominal stretch, and we got a merry-go-round going.
Suena la campana.
The bell has sounded. The match is over. Let's see what the referee calls it. Hear it from Jimmy Lennon. It's a draw. We'll be back with more wrestling after this. Don't go away.